stories and hidden elements, there lies a treasure chest of facts that keeps us asking for more. So here are 21 random facts that you didn't know about. Remember to please like and subscribe so as to push out more contents for you. With that out of the way, let's begin. Drowning in real life looks nothing like what we watch in the movies. You would think the flailing around done in films are how to identify drowning person. But you would sadly be mistaken because the fact, many people, even parents, watch their children drown, having no idea that it's happening or what is going on. So please be careful when in beaches or swimming pools. In the heart of San Francisco, a man named Tim Wong became the unlikely savior of a butterfly species on the brink of extinction. The rare California pipevine swallowtail was saved him by creating a garden for these almost extinct species. He nurtured the caterpillars, preserving them and transforming his local botanical garden into a sanctuary where these creatures flourished once more. Akira Toriyama's primary motive for Goku's hair turning blonde when he transformed into Super Saiyan was to alleviate the workload of his assistant, who was consistently occupied with the task of filling in Goku's black hair. The halfpenny was discontinued in 1857 when the US realized it was worth too little. However, when the halfpenny was removed, it had more purchasing power than today's dime. The irony. The term nitpicker goes back to a time when meticulous care was essential for a lice-free existence. Derived from the tiny eggs of lice known as nits, this term embodied the painstaking process of ensuring each strand of hair was free from the discomfort. If you didn't know, now you know. The Japan Air 123 accident, the deadliest single aircraft crash of all time. The crew could not control the plane, so they used thrust to go up and down and differential thrust to turn. It crashed after 32 min. No simulation reconstruction held out as long as the crew did. Spike Lee was in negotiations with a Brazilian drug lord to secure permission to film Michael Jackson's 1996 music video, They Don't Care About Us, in a Rio de Janeiro slum. The drug kingpin famously responded, "With Michael Jackson here, this will be the safest place in the world." One of Tokyo's busiest train stations, a rail line was converted from an above-ground line into a subway. There were 0 service interruptions. The lowering of the rail line's tracks into its subway position was done in one night, during its normal service off hours lasting approximately 4 hours. This guy, Hermann Detzner, was a German explorer, soldier, became famous for evading capture by British forces in New Guinea during WWI. Hermann Detzner's book, 4 Years Among the Cannibals, detailed his exploits and remarkable scientific discoveries. Funny thing is, he made everything up and just hid in one place for 4 years. Roald Dahl penned a sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, wherein Willy Wonka ventures into space, battles aliens, and overdoses Charlie's parents on age-rejuvenating pills. Now that sounds trippy. In the 18th century, John Harrison claimed that he could build a clock to keep time to within a second over 100 days. It triggered widespread ridicule at his time. The clock had been built to his exact specifications in 2015. It was declared the most accurate mechanical clock. Former South Dakota politician George McGovern was an Air Force pilot during World War II and once inadvertently bombed an Austrian farm. He was haunted for 40 years until, after a TV interview, the farmer called the station to reassure him that he and his family evacuated in time, and if it contributed to toppling Hitler in any way, it was worth it. In the grip of the pandemic, Lufthansa faced staggering losses, bleeding €500,000 every hour. In a bid to retain their precious airport slots, the airline admitted to the surreal practice of operating over 18,000 flights without passengers. In 2015, Planet Earth 2 sought to document the birthing grounds of the Saiga antelope, where hundreds of thousands typically gather. However, instead of witnessing this natural spectacle, the crew observed a devastating disease outbreak that claimed the lives of 150,000 antelopes in just 3 days. Rutka Laskier, a Jewish girl from Poland who died in Auschwitz at the age of 14, wrote a diary describing her experiences under Nazi occupation. Her diary was published in 2006, and she has become known as the Polish Anne Frank. The letters of last resort are 4 identically worded handwritten letters from the Prime Minister of the UK to the commanding officers of the 4 British ballistic missile submarines. These letters contain instructions on what course of action to take in the event that an enemy nuclear strike destroys the British government. In 1996, Japanese researcher Akio Tani tragically took his own life after his research unveiled the presence of fire blight in native pear trees. This discovery led to a government cover-up and resulted in farmers blaming him for their lost revenue. Lawrence Fishburne was only 14 years old when filming Apocalypse Now, having lied about his age to secure the role. Due to the extended production period, he was 18 by the time the film was released. Thomas Grasso's last meal before his execution was 24 mussels, 24 clams, a double cheeseburger, 6 ribs, 2 strawberry milkshakes, half a pumpkin pie, strawberries, and a can of SpaghettiOs. His final statement was, "I did not get my SpaghettiOs. I got spaghetti. I want the press to know this." The woman in the iconic Great Depression photograph, Migrant Mother, was only 32 years old when the photo was taken. All of the images we've seen of Bugs Bunny eating carrots were actually misleading. Carrots should not be fed to rabbits. Rabbits' natural diets do not include roots, fruits, or iceberg lettuce, and that carrots can cause tooth decay and digestive problems. That's all for now. For more content, please follow the channel and check out the next video. Signing out now, and remember, stay curious.